Good morning, students, and welcome back to yet another class. Today we will be doing writing skills and we will see how to write a dialogue. Now, what is dialogue writing? Dialogue is nothing but a conversation between two or more people. So when we say dialogue writing, we are writing down the conversation, what is going on between people. Now, what are the steps that we need to follow when writing a dialogue? I would like you to open to page 149 and you will see that we have got a number of questions asking us or giving us a situation and telling us what to write, or giving us a situation where you are going to compose a dialogue. So the first step would be to look at the situation. In this case, we are going to try question number 2, which is given on page 149. So that's going to be our situation. Once you have got your situation, the next point is decide on a setting based on the situation. Now, in question number 2, we have got two friends who are discussing their hobbies at recess. Now, what is the situation that you could use here? They could be sitting perhaps under a tree. They could be sitting in the classroom. They may be sitting in the cafeteria, in the school cafeteria, or they may also be talking over the phone, discussing their hobbies. So once you have got the setting, the next step would be to choose your characters. Now, since the question says just two friends, you will choose two friends giving your character names. If they have not mentioned the number of characters, then you could use 3 or more depending on your situation. So now you're going to give your characters names. Now when you're giving your characters names, please make sure that you give simple names. Please don't use any Hollywood or Bollywood slang names, but make sure you use everyday people's names. Once you have got the names, now you're going to start your conversation. That means first person speaking, then another person speaking. You're going to write down their conversation. When you're writing down your conversation, you will use stage directions when necessary. Now, what are stage directions? Stage directions are nothing but the actor's feelings or emotions which you cannot see, but which through words you will find that they are expressed. For example, my character is Alam, and here I've said smiles. That means you can imagine your character smiling when she is talking. Or here I've said Toshi waves. That means here I'm using the stage direction of action. So you can imagine somebody waving or perhaps using some gesture to tell you what these actors actually feel or what emotion is they are undergoing. Okay? Now, let's see an example which I have given on the board. Here we have two friends are sitting under a tree discussing their hobbies. So this here is the situation. Now, if you refer back to your textbook, question number 2, we have said that two friends are discussing their hobbies at recess. So I've given you a situation sitting under a tree. You can use, if you do not want the tree, you can say sitting in the classroom, as I said, or you can say sitting in the cafeteria, or perhaps even walking down the street and talking. Therefore, you can use the situation according to your need and understanding. Now, let's look at the example of how we begin. The first speaker is Alam. You need to use a capital letter when you introduce your first character after the capital letter or after writing your name, you need to use the punctuation mark, which is the colon, that is 2 dots. So these 2 dots are the colon. Now Alan is speaking. She says that I got an assignment for World Environment Day. I planted a sapling. Now Alex is the next character. Again, start Alex with a capital letter and don't forget to put the colon marks. Alan replies, I painted a picture of the earth. Now again, Alan speaks. That's so obvious. You are really good at painting. Alex smiles. Now smiles over here tells me stage direction. Remember, I told you that stage direction tells me how a person feels or how a person acts. So here, smiles means Alex is happy at the remark that Alan has given to him. So therefore, he smiles. Now, in reality, you will see a person smiling, but in the conversation, you can imagine Alex smiling when he hears or when he reads what you have written. And he says, thank you. We have used an exclamation mark over here. So you can use punctuation marks according to your sentences. You two have such a green hand, because Alam is very good at growing. She likes planting. So he's also given her a remark. Alam blushes and waves her head. Blushes is when you turn pink in the cheeks. Perhaps sometimes you blush because of pride. Sometimes you may blush because of embarrassment. Sometimes you blush because you're extremely happy. So Alam over here is very happy. And she replies, no. She's got a comma. I'm not so good, but thank you anyways. So now Alam has replied. Therefore, this is the way that you will start your dialogue writing. And I have given you the introduction. You will continue, since you have to write about 150 to 200 words. Now, when writing a dialogue, see that you are spontaneous. You need not use very high language. You can use day-to-day words, very simple words. Try to make your dialogues interesting and exciting. So, I hope you have got the point of how we have done dialogue writing. You will continue with the same question, writing at least 150 to 200 words, and in the next class you will get some more assignments to do. Till then, happy writing. See you again.